Hi guys, it's Night Fear, and I'm coming on to finish off my 50 a day, or well, hashtag 50 a day November. And I decided that since I started off the all of this with seeing my face, that we'd end it with that way. So I know things are a little off. I'm trying something different, and because I have to film with my Kindle. Yeah, so, but anyway, let's go over the last 4 days, and I'll tell you exactly how many pages I read for the month and my average pages. So, let's see. November 27th, I read 2 books. I finished The Looking Glass Wars by Frank Better, and I read 42 pages, which finished that off. I ended up giving it 4 stars. It was really good. Really pretty good Alice in Wonderland retelling, and I am going to continue with this series. Not sure when, hopefully January. I've got too many things that I'm trying to read and do, but I don't know. I might be able to fit it in sometime in December, so we'll see. And then the next one I finished was this one, which is Huntress by Melinda Liu. Absolutely love this book. This is contains a female family romance. It is fantasy. It's a little dark. Not too bad. But they are fighting monsters, and it's got a lot of different lore stories in it. It's really good. And this is an Asian fantasy. So yes, and I ended up giving it 4 stars. And the reason I gave this one 4 stars is that it's like the story was really awesome, but the ending felt a little short, a little rushed. And it says it's the prequel to Ash. I am going to read that book for Queer Lit Readathon. So we'll see if that's in the same world. But yeah, I really enjoyed this book and I would recommend it. So that can go back to the library. Okay, and so I ended up reading 163 pages in Huntress, which means I read 205 pages for the 27th. Now for the 28th, this one I was all over the place. I just couldn't decide what I was in the mood to read, so I will share with you all of the books I kind of started. I started off with Falling Kingdom by Morgan Rhodes. I had already started this one, and then I stopped because I wanted to read other things, and then I read 34 pages in this one. I don't know, this one's kind of... It didn't grip me like some of the other ones. I do want to continue because I know it's a big series. A lot of people have read it. So I will finish this one, but I'm not like in a gigantic big hurry. Then I read... hold on one second. I ended up, because I had finished the Remnant Chronicles on the 25th, I knew that there was one other book was a prequel. I got it on audio through Scribd. It's called Morgan, and that's by Mary E. Pearson. And this is actually telling the story of Morgan, which is kind of how a lot of the lore and stuff is from in the other Remnant Chronicles books. I really enjoyed it because it was like... Because before a lot of the chapters actually before all the chapters, but in the Remnant Chronicle books, the 3 of them, you get little bits and pieces from the different, like Gadril's story or Morgan's story or whatever. And so this kind of brought it all together, and you got a good sense of, where it all started. And so it was real good. It did not start... like way back before what they talk about the storm or whatever. It didn't start back that far back, but it was still really good, and I gave it 5 stars. It was 121 pages. Like I said, I did do it on audio, but it obviously I listened to the whole thing, and they have how many pages it was. So So that's 121. Then I started this one, which is On the Edge of Gone by Corinne Davis. And this one I just read 26 pages. It was really, I mean, it's a good book. I can't wait to get back into it. But I just had other things that I want, and I was a real fantasy mood. But this is basically, the world is coming to an end. A comet is coming, and they have these ships that are taking off or whatever, but you have to either win the lottery or there has to be a reason. And this is about an autistic girl and her mother, and they are late for a shelter, and they end up on one of the ships. And basically the story is about, are they going to stay on the ship? Can she, this autistic girl, prove her worth so that they can stay on the ship? Or are they going to be kicked off the ship and have to live in this world where the comet has hit? So, yeah. So it's good so far. And I'm really, searching out autistic books. So, like I said, I read 26 pages. And then I started because the One Readathon to Rule Them All still going on. Actually, I think it's over today. So I'd like to get at least one more book done. But anyway, I started Snow Like Ashes by Sarah Rosh. Is it Rosh? Raish? And so I read 85 pages in this. And this is about, they have different kingdoms. Actually, I can show you the map so you get an idea. They have different kingdoms. Can you see that? Probably not very well. This Kindle kind of stinks. But winter is right here. Winter is right here. And so winter gets taken over by spring. And so there were 25 refugees who escaped. And this is about those refugees. There aren't 25 anymore, but this is about those refugees who escaped and how they are trying to fight to get their kingdom back. And yeah, it's pretty good. But I read 85 pages then, so for the 28th, I ended up reading 266 pages. Like I said, I was all over the place that day. The 29th, because I read this last, I was reading this at night. I ended up finishing this, so I ended up reading 330 pages, the last 330 pages of this. Loved it. Gave it 5 stars. Really good. It's got an interesting twist, but the funny thing about this one is, I mean, it's not a mystery or anything, but I was thinking at the beginning of the book about the twist, and I was thinking, oh yeah, wouldn't that be interesting if this happened? And sure enough, it happened at the end of the book. So, I think it's exciting, and I'm really can't wait. Actually, well, I'll show you in a minute. But anyway, gave this 5 stars. And then I started, let's see, this one I'm done with, so I can put that over there. And then I don't know why I started this. I've had this on hold for a long time. Wanted to read it for October, didn't get the hold. But this is the Broken Girls by Simone St. James. Started this, read 6 whole pages. I don't know why I just started and read that many pages. I guess because I was just curious about it because I've been waiting so long, and then just stopped. So I ended up reading 336 pages that day. Then yesterday I started this one, Shadow of the Fox. Ended up, you can't see that, by Julie Kagawa. A lot of people were reading this one. I ended up reading 92 pages. Is that all I read? Seems like a lot. Yeah, 92 pages. I ended up reading 92 pages. I am liking this one, but this one is different. The way it's written is a little different, and because it's a Japanese inspired tale, it's very confusing. The names I'm not used to, and so I'm having to really concentrate really hard on keeping the names straight and what's going on. But I'm liking this, and it's got a a cushion. Hold on, let me get to where I can see the see where it is that if I can look at it, maybe I can pronounce it. And actually, it's funny because I have one of them in one of my Kirby Rosanis books, my coloring books. But this has got demons and things, and I cannot, of course, find this word that I'm looking for. But she is half this word and half kitsune, Kitsune, which is a fox. And she's half fox and half human, so she has the fox ears and the fox tail, and so she is the one half of the duo, I think, that's going to be the main two finally, because I'm, that far in. So we're finally being introduced, I think, to our two main characters, which is her. I don't know can't remember her name. And a demon slayer. And they're both after the scroll. And there are demons after this scroll. And so, yeah. So everybody's after this scroll. There's 4 pieces of this scroll. And if you put them together, then you get to make a wish from this dragon. So, and that's basically what it says at the beginning. But it's just a little bit less confusing than what it says. So I'm enjoying this one, but this one is a little confusing for me. But it's still good. I'm still thinking 4 or 5. Because I am enjoying it, so it just depends on how it goes. But like I said, I've got a long way to go in this one, but very good. So, and then, like I said, I read 92 pages in that one, and then I read, because I like Snow Like Ashes, I sent my fiance to the library, and I got Ice Like Fire, and then I got Frost Like Night also, but the Kindle's actually sitting on it, so I can't show you that one. But yeah, so I read 48 pages of this, which continues 6 months. 6 months, I think, after Snow Like Ashes. I think it was 6 months. No, 3 months. Sorry. 3 months from Snow Like Ashes. So it starts right off with everything, and it goes right into it. Something bad has already happened, and I'm only 48 pages in. So, yeah, this one's going to be really, I think, kind of fast-paced, and, yeah. So I'm excited about continuing with this one, and then continuing on with Frost Like Night, after. Still going to read Furyborn. I just didn't get to it. So this is my problem with series. Once I read one that I can really read fast and I really like, I want to read the rest of them. Where some of them, like Fallen Kingdoms, I like it, but I'm not like, it's not like I read it really, really fast and I really want to, continue it really fast. Unlike the Looking Glass Wars, I enjoyed it, but I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. I'm weird. Let's put it that way. I'm weird. So anyway, I ended up reading 140 pages yesterday. So for the 30 pages, I ended up 30 days, I ended up reading 7,335 pages for the month, which I think is pretty good. And the average was still 244.5 pages a day, which I think is pretty good. I really enjoyed this. I enjoyed keeping track with my reading. There were a couple days that I probably wouldn't have read if it wasn't for this challenge. But all in all, I think that I normally do read this much. I've thought about continuing for myself just to keep track of what I've read, to continue to see, if it was the challenge is why I read this much, or if I just do read this much. So, and of course, I think the readathons, the fantasy readathons helped. The Tome Topple readathon helped. All of these readathons were kind of helping too. And then tomorrow starts the Queer Lit readathon, which I'm so excited. So I really like to finish Shadow of the Fox and Ice Like Fire. I also need to read the second Dragon. Of course, it's the wrong way. Hold on, guys. I might shake you a little bit, but oh, how to be a dragon. But it's How to Be a Pirate, the second How to Be a Dragon book. Because I was supposed to read it last month and just forgot because of all these readathons, and the show is tomorrow. So I need to hurry up and read that today, which is no problem. So anyway, guys, let me know down below if you like this. I know these haven't been the biggest popular videos on my channel, but I've really enjoyed doing it, and looking back, I can kind of, you know, see how I was reading and see my thoughts pretty much right after I read it. So, but anyway, I have a lot of videos to do, so I'm going to try to hurry up and get this one up, and then I am going to, yeah, going to try to get the rest of them up, film some, and see how it goes. So, thank you for watching. Please remember to always be kind to each other, and I'll see you next time. Bye!